We know from Salma Hayek herself that she's been interested in a Marvel role for quite a long time, and the actress did previously reveal that she even talked to the studio as far back as 2014-2015, and they said that very soon she would get to be in a Marvel film. She of course dismissed it at the time, but when it came time to talking about the film, she went in thinking that this was going to be it. This was going to be an insulting role where they were going to actually make her a grandmother, and she actually did not want to meet with Marvel Studios at the time. So as most of you know, recently Salma Hayek has been making the rounds, doing some interviews talking about her career so far, and of course this brings the conversation to her new role in The Eternals as part of Marvel Studios. Now one thing that's brought up through the interviews is her age, which of course she is the age of 55. And you guys have to understand that being this age, she's in that mentality where just like 15-20 years ago, if you were over the age of 35, studios would call you in and they would give you a role that literally is like, okay, you're just going to be a supporting character. You're going to be this old woman that does nothing, and you have to just be around because your name value to bring up the young star. And Hollywood largely has tried to fix that, but of course, it's still very prevalent if you look at many studios and productions. So recently, in an interview with EW, she talked about the Marvel Studios gig of getting to play a Marvel character. And she said that at first, when they offered her the role, she said no. She did not want to meet with Marvel Studios or Disney or anything like that because she thought that this was going to be an insulting role, that this was going to be something where she gets to play an old grandmother and they weren't going to use her at all for any reason outside of prop up the younger stars. Again, the mentality of Hollywood. But then she revealed that she heard Chloe Zhao was involved and that this would be a Marvel Studios film, and then she was all in. And she uses some interesting words I will not use here that she thought how they were going to use her. But essentially, she had the meeting, they pitched her the idea, she heard about the whole bigger arc of Marvel and what they were doing, and she was in. She realized she was going to be more than just a throwaway character, more than just one character that's there briefly to, just do nothing and more or less make way for the younger stars, that she was going to be important and they weren't just kind of doing this out of pity to get somebody with a little bit of name value on there. And I think, to Marvel's credit, they've really done a good job with this when they look at legacy stars and older actors and actresses and bring them in. I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer, and you look at now Angelina Jolie, you look at Salma Hayek, and even on the male side of things, you look at many of these actors that are older and how they bring them in and they actually use them respectfully, which I think is awesome.